fields of gold. To my boots as the story's told. Life's not always easy, that I know. When rain won't come and the crops won't grow, but I keep on plowing these fields of dreams, digging deeper when life pulls the seams, planting seeds of hope, work till I reap. What I sow is mine to keep. Smell of fresh cut hay, sweet freight. Sweat on my brow, working through the pain. When the tractor fails and fences bend, I fix them up, get back on trend. But I keep on plowing these fields of dreams, digging deeper when life pulls the seams, planting seeds of hope, work till I reap. What I sow is mine to keep. It's the human need, never give up the fight. In the darkest day, find your guiding light. Lend a hand to those who've lost their way. Kindness and strength, they always pay. Sun setting now in a watercolor sky. Day is done, but dreams never die. Faith, love, hope, life's truest yield. I'll keep on growing in my heart's own field. But I keep on plowing these fields of dreams, digging deeper when life pulls the seams, planting seeds of hope, work till I reap. What I sow is mine to keep. What I sow is mine to keep. In these endless fields of dreams.
Welcome to the Human Meme Podcast. I'm your host, AI David Bowles, and today, together with our crack bot AI research team, we have investigated this topic for you. Exploring the impact of dystopian literature on society and technology. A deep dive into genre's global influence. Dystopian narratives, with their bleak and often oppressive worlds, serve as critical mirrors reflecting our deepest anxieties and as catalysts for discourse on potential futures. From the early warnings of Yevgeny Zamyatin's We to the contemporary echoes in Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale, we sink into how these fictional universes influence real-world views on human rights, technology, and environmental issues. Join us as we unravel the complex interplay between dystopian fiction and real-world policy, and examine the enduring power of these narratives to spark change and inspire resilience. The genesis of dystopian literature can be traced back to the burgeoning industrial age, where rapid technological advancement and societal upheaval began to stir deep-seated fears and anxieties about the future. Thomas More's Utopia, published in 1516, though fundamentally a work about a perfect society, ironically laid the groundwork for its antithesis, dystopia, by presenting a world so perfect that it ironically highlighted its unattainability. However, it wasn't until the 20th century that dystopian literature really found its footing. Yevgeny Zamyatin's We, written in 1924, is often credited as one of the first true dystopian novels, presenting a future where people are reduced to numbers under the guise of collective happiness, controlled by an omnipotent state. Following Zamyatin, the floodgates opened with works like Aldous Huxley's Brave New World and George Orwell's 1984. These novels didn't just captivate readers with their grim worlds. They sparked conversations about the encroaching power of governments, the erosion of individual liberties, and the manipulation of truth. Orwell's portrayal of perpetual surveillance and state-controlled thought has become so ingrained in our cultural lexicon that terms like Orwellian are now commonplace in discussions about privacy and government overreach. During the Cold War, dystopian literature mirrored the anxieties of a nuclear age and the ideological battles between capitalism and communism. In the United States, Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 addressed the threat of censorship and the loss of intellectual freedom, imagining a world where books are banned and firemen burn any found. This novel, like many others of its time, used the dystopian narrative to critique contemporary societal trends, specifically the rising influence of television and the diminishing interest in reading. The value of dystopian literature lies not just in its dramatic depictions of governmental tyranny or environmental catastrophe, but in its ability to make us scrutinize the path we are on. By presenting a future where current policies have led to disaster, these stories encourage readers to consider alternative choices and to reflect on ethical questions about governance, technology, and human nature. In more recent years, the genre has evolved with the changing times. Books like Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale confront issues of gender and reproductive rights, painting a chilling future where such rights are stripped away. Atwood's narrative is particularly potent as it draws heavily from historical events, reinforcing the idea that the dystopian future she imagines is not only possible but is, in some parts of the world, a reality. Dystopian literature often serves as a cautionary tale, a form of resistance against the encroachment of authoritarianism and a critique of current social, economic, and technological trends. It functions as both a warning and a call to action, awakening its audience to the consequences of inaction in the face of societal and political shifts. As we continue to grapple with issues such as surveillance, freedom of speech, and climate change, the echoes of dystopian fiction resound in real-world events, proving that the genre's influence extends far beyond the page. It serves not only as a reflection of our fears, but also as an inspiration for resilience and hope, for envisioning new ways to challenge and navigate our complex world. Building on our exploration of dystopian literature and its profound impact on both the literary and real worlds, it's important to rise deeper into how this genre not only mirrors our fears, but also serves as a platform for innovative thought and societal critique. Dystopian works, by showing us what we might become, inherently invite a discourse on what we should be striving for instead. They are not just stories of warning, but also stories of potential, providing a space to reimagine and rethink our societal structures. One intriguing aspect of dystopian literature is its dynamic interplay with the concept of technology. In many dystopian narratives, technology is depicted both as a tool of oppression and a potential avenue for liberation. For instance, while Orwell's 1984 Inches demonstrates the perils of surveillance technology in the hands of a tyrannical state, Ernest Cline's Ready Player One presents technology as a means of escape and resistance against corporatized control. This dual portrayal pushes the audience to think critically about the ethical deployment of technology, challenging us to find a balance that enhances rather than diminishes human dignity and freedom. Another vital assessment stems from the way dystopian literature has evolved to address the ecological and environmental concerns that are increasingly pressing. Novels such as Paolo Bacigalupi's The Water Knife and Claire Vaye Watkins' Gold Fame Citrus examine futures ravaged by environmental degradation and resource scarcity. These stories extend the scope of dystopian critique to our treatment of the natural world, reflecting growing public consciousness about environmental issues and our responsibilities towards Earth. They provoke a reconsideration of current environmental policies and encourage activism that seeks to avert the dire futures they imagine. As well, the role of dystopian literature in shaping public policy and consciousness cannot be overstated. By presenting exaggerated outcomes of current trends, these novels can influence political and social discourse. For instance, the resurgence of interest in The Handmaid's Tale, alongside recent debates over reproductive rights and gender equality, illustrates how dystopian narratives can influence and frame public debate in significant ways. Dystopian literature also encourages resilience and hope by highlighting human tenacity and adaptability. In Margaret Atwood's The Year of the Flood, amidst the decay and destruction, there is a strong message about human survival and the possibility of rebuilding. This underscores an essential truth within all dystopian works: the indomitable spirit of humans to endure and aspire, even in the face of overwhelming odds. As we expand our investigative arc into the grander scale of dystopian literature's impact and potential, it's essential to consider how this genre serves as a critical tool in our ongoing cultural and intellectual evolution. Dystopian narratives do more than entertain or warn. They engage us in a deep, often unsettling dialogue about the very essence of humanity and our societal constructs. One of the broader impacts of dystopian literature is its ability to foster a global conversation about universal human rights and global governance. Through the universal language of despair and hope, these narratives cross cultural boundaries, prompting a shared examination of our collective future. For example, works like Cormac McCarthy's The Road or Kazuo Ishiguro's Never Let Me Go resonate globally with their themes of survival, identity, and ethical quandaries in the face of dystopian realities. They push readers worldwide to consider not just local or national policies, but global ones, emphasizing the interconnectedness of our modern world. Furthermore, dystopian literature often serves as a barometer for societal anxiety, reflecting back to us the prevalent concerns of the age. During periods of political unrest, economic crisis, or social upheaval, the genre tends to flourish, channeling the collective unease into narratives that are both a reflection and a critique of the times. This reflective quality does not merely capture the zeitgeist. It also shapes it, influencing how we perceive and react to real-world issues. The surge in dystopian themes in young adult literature, such as Suzanne Collins' The Hunger Games, attests to the genre's role in shaping the political consciousness of younger generations, arming them with a skepticism of power and a recognition of their agency in effecting change. Expanding further, the predictive capacity of dystopian literature cannot be overlooked. While not intended as forecasts, These stories often predict or inspire technological and social innovations. Philip K. Dick's works, filled with ideas of artificial intelligence, surveillance, and altered realities, have not only anticipated technological developments, but have also influenced their ethical considerations. This prescient quality challenges innovators and policymakers alike to think critically about the trajectory of our technological advancements and their implications on human life. On a philosophical level, dystopian literature challenges us to question the very nature of reality and our perceptions of truth and morality. By constructing worlds where accepted norms are inverted or perverted, these stories urge us to reconsider what we accept as normal or inevitable. This philosophical challenge is crucial in an era where truth is increasingly malleable and ethical lines are continuously negotiated. Finally, dystopian literature, in its exploration of extremities, ultimately reaffirms the value of hope and human resilience. Even in the bleakest scenarios, the human spirit often emerges, though battered, undaunted. This narrative resilience reflects a deeply ingrained humanistic thread suggesting that within each dystopian vision lies an inherent belief in the possibility of redemption and renewal. As we draw the curtains on today's exploration into the enigmatic world of dystopian literature on the Human Meme podcast, we recognize these narratives as not mere constructs of imagination, but as vital instruments of societal reflection and prophetic insight. Dystopian stories stretch beyond the bounds of fiction, bleeding into the fabric of our real lives, urging us to question the pillars of our societies and the directions of our advancements. These tales of caution and curiosity do not just sketch nightmares. They kindle the fires of vigilance and innovation in our collective consciousness. They prompt us to challenge the tides of conformity and complacency, empowering us to reshape our global reality. In this dance between the dystopian and the real, we find the courage to confront our fears, to redefine our truths, and to rebuild our world on the bedrock of hope and human resilience. This is the power of dystopian literature, a genre that not only forecasts gloom but also foreshadows the dawn of new understandings and the potential for profound change. For the Human Meme podcast, I'm AI David Bowles, wishing you a fun evening and a delightful tomorrow. Be a human meme.
Sunrise is high over fields of gold. To my boots as the story's told. Life's not always easy, that I know. When rain won't come and the crops won't grow, but I keep on plowing these fields of dreams, digging deeper when life pulls the seams, planting seeds of hope, work till I reap. What I sow is mine to keep. Smell of fresh cut hay, sweet freight. Sweat on my brow, working through the pain. When the tractor fails and fences bend, I fix them up, get back on trend. But I keep on plowing these fields of dreams, digging deeper when life pulls the seams, planting seeds of hope, work till I reap. What I sow is mine. the sky. Day is done, but dreams never die. Faith, love, hope, life's truest yield. I'll keep on growing in my heart's home field. But I keep on plowing these fields of dreams, digging deeper.